Just wanted to give you all a heads up that we are putting up some new rabbit meat recipes on the website. You know, one of the big questions that people have, especially new breeders or new meat rabbit raisers, is how do you use the meat? And you know, the typical answer, the typical response to that is use it anywhere you would use chicken, which is not untrue. Rabbit, you know, it works just as well in any chicken recipe as chicken does, in my opinion, better, because I think the flavor is better. But, you know, nonetheless, you still want some actual recipes that just tell you how to cook the rabbit, right? Also, the thing that people want to know is what recipes are good to really impress people, to really show people that, and maybe impress isn't always the right word, but to show them that, hey, this is like an excellent, viable meat. It tastes good. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to love it. What recipe would you put rabbit in if you wanted to show people that rabbit meat is exactly that? So, you know, some of my favorites, one of them is a marsala. I typically kind of convert a veal or chicken marsala recipe. That one is not on the site yet, but we will work on getting that up there. It just works excellent. It's delicious. But I also like to do some more kind of common things, like a nugget. You know, if you've got kids in your life, they are going to be easier to convince if the food is recognizable, is something that they enjoy. So just a simple nugget, which really amounts to not much more than just a dredge in flour and frying in oil. And, you know, they come out nice and juicy and tender and delicious. The other one that I'm putting up there is cutlets. Now, I particularly like the cutlet recipe because one of the pieces of meat, one of the cuts of rabbit meat that people have a little less or a little more difficult time knowing how to use is the belly flap. The reason is because it's wide and it's really thin. It is a little chewier because of where it is on the body, but you know, the thickness of it makes it a little harder to use as like a stew piece or something like that. So, you know, some people do like belly flap bacon. I've never done that. Kind of honestly, I will try it one of these days, but to me, honestly, it sounds like kind of a lot of work and a lot of steps for a small yield. But I love to use them as cutlets. I'm a big fan of cutlets anyway, whether they're chicken, veal, or whatever. You know, and those belly flap pieces are kind of the perfect size and thickness for that. Just pound them out either side. They get dredged in flour. I like cornmeal. You can do breadcrumbs, whatever, you know, and then they make just an excellent entree, or they can be a base for something like a scallopini. So those, along with the building library of rabbit sausage recipes, are coming up. And, you know, so I'd encourage you all to go over there and keep a check as we continue to put those recipes out there. But those are some that you're going to see within the next week or so. And I hope that it gives you more ways to enjoy your rabbit.